Hi there, this is the Vic Tats podcast. This is a podcast about tatting, not the skin and ink kind of tatting, but the needle shed on thread kind of tatting. So if you're taking off your shirt to show me something, you can put it back on. My name is Vicki Clark, and I'm podcasting to you from where I'm living. Just looking back, I'm like, oh my god, look at all the crap. In Ottawa. And it's December 19th, and I didn't say before, but I also talk about cross stitch and other crafts that I do, crochet and all that stuff. With the tatting, what have I done? Okay, I'm looking weird at the picture because my lips look like they're blue to me, but I don't think they really are in the picture. I've been doing some tatting. And what I've done is I don't know if you are a tatter, you might follow the blog Lace Loving Librarian, and that's Diane. And she, although not this year, most years she blogs almost every day, and she will go on. She's a real big fan of doing something repetitively for a while, so she'll get these little, not like I would say smalls, not big stitches, and then she'll tat them all the time and make like lots and lots of them. And so she's most famous for her ice drops. And so I wanted to give a gift for my patients or my friends. Some of my friends, some of them are patients who really helped me this year when the house burnt down. And so obviously I'm not going to get everybody because they may not be coming in right now, or I might have missed them. But I made, I meant to cut that, but I made a whole bunch of the ice drops. Now this is a variation on what Diane does, and a slightly different count, but pretty much similar idea. So there it is. I made a whole bunch of these. So I think I made like 20 of them. Now, they are prettier in person, but the thing what I did is I wanted them to have a hanger, and I don't quite get how Diane does that little ribbon thing. That will make sense if you go to her, if you follow her. But I made a bunch of these, and then when I was testing, I made one that was bigger, but I'm just gonna, it's a little bit bigger. I have a friend that I'm gonna give the bigger one to. I'm sorry, you know me and strings. I never have scissors around when I cut. But the way I made the gems in the middle, because when Diane was using the little, the garden stone bubbles, like that are the glass ones, and they're really heavy, and I always had a problem with them falling out. So what I do, and I had learned this, I gotten this in, I think from one of the Fringe Element grab bags, but you take two, which is a tatting guild here in Canada, and they do a seminar every year, but I took two of these stickers that come on these panels like this, and I put them together, and that makes my own ice drop. Because then the reason is it's not that it's any cheaper or anything, because both things are pretty cheap at the dollar store, but what it does is it creates its own ice drop, but it's not as heavy and not as likely to plunk out. The other thing I thought would be really neat, sorry, just showered, so my hair is kind of more whatever than usual, is to get some really nice sequins, and they would be really nice because you don't have to put them together. I've done it where I've just taken the back part off, taking the sticker part off, just to give me, just around cabochon, I think that's, anyways, so. And the only difference would be is if you got a proper, better quality sequin, it would be way more sparkly. Like, do you know what I mean? These are good, they're glittery enough, but I think the better quality crystal you use, the more sparkly it is. Funny story. So I'm always looking for, I like the little Christmas trees that you can get at the Dollar Tree, the white ones. I couldn't find them for the last couple of years. So this year, all of a sudden, they're everywhere, and I want a green one, but I couldn't find it. I could only find one green one. But the colorful, the hand-dyed thread, like the colorful kind of ornaments always look better stand out more on a white Christmas tree than they do on a green Christmas tree. So that's why I'm always looking for the white Christmas trees. Anyways, okay, so that's what I did with tatting. So I made a bunch of those and I've been kind of working away at it. And then the other thing I did was last year I had some patterns that I wanted to share and I'd written them down and never got them on my blog, but unfortunately my house broke down, so I don't have the patterns anymore. So what I did was I'd shown them last year on one of my vlogs, and so I screenshot and I enlarged it so I could see what it looked like, but you couldn't see the counts. But there is my Santa again. Now he's supposed to look like a Santa cup. Okay, he's supposed to look like like the classic Santa cup. And that's inspired because like all the cross stitch patterns from last year that had the Santa cup that, it started with pinker and pumpkin quilting, and then you saw a whole bunch of them, and that's what that's supposed to look like. Unfortunately, I don't have a Santa cup and I couldn't find one this year like the one that they used to have everywhere at the Dollar Trees, that's what I was inspired by, and I think that I'm gonna try to, I have some ecru thread, so I'm gonna try to make his face a little stand out a little bit more and have this, and then do just a hat up as a pattern as well, but I don't know if that will be done this year or it'll be done next year, let's be honest. And then the other thing I did was and again, this is from last year, a Santa hat. Now, the thing to know about me and tatting is I don't worry about front side, back side. I actually don't really care about that at all. So when we're doing directional tatting and you want one side to be one side and not the other, when you're using my patterns, you got to watch out for that. This one has been test tatted. I have not yet test tatted this one, but I put it up because, I thought it was reasonably prepared. The other thing I thought it also could be is like a little carafe, put a little thing there, and it's a little Santa teapot, or just a little teapot or a little coffee carafe, whatever. Okay, so that's, I think, pretty much it for tatting right now. I really wish that I had I have size 3. I wish I had size 3 in red and white, because these things would look awesome in the bigger yarn. I really like some. I really liked my. There's my motifs in the larger yarn. Okay, I talked about before that I did a cross stitch exchange. I did 2. So I got mine back in. I got mine in from Jade. Jade was so good because she's so worried about things getting here. So she checked today and it finally came in. And it came in today. It was supposed to actually arrive on Friday, but we had a massive snowstorm, and in fact I had to go out on Saturday and shake off a bunch of the trees in the backyard because I didn't want them to be bent over permanently, but I didn't realize in time that they were, because what happened was the snow was coming down and it was wet enough to stick, and it was building and getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier, and I just didn't realize what was happening in time. So, and that there were so many out there, so now they're kind of, I think, permanently deformed. Oops. Okay, anyway, so then Jade's package came in today. So I wanted to show you, first of all, it's a Christmas cross stitch exchange. And I just asked for, I'm like, stitcher's choice, because there, I don't have any preference one way or the other. And this is what she made me. Now, I am a huge cross stitch fanatic. Or not fanatic, perforated paper person. So I love perforated paper. And I love the designs on there. And this is the sleigh that you can get. And I can't think of who it's by. I think you have to look it up. But they have them for sale at a lot of cross stitch places, and they're like 1, 2, 3 stitch and stuff. And when you see it in the picture, it does not look as good as it really does in person. It's absolutely gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful. And I had purchased another one from one of the stores that I was going to paint and everything, but to be quite honest, this is well worth it. And the stitching looks gorgeous on it. Gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. She also sent, I love Advent, so She also sent this beautiful advent. I got the candle in a little thing and I'm like, oh, what's the candle for? That's kind of random. And then when, oops, there goes my reindeer. And then when I opened this, I understood, but there's my reindeer and you move it, boom, 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 along. So that's so cute. Oh my God, I'm throwing things all over the place. And then my dishwasher's going through, so I hope you guys can hear this. There was a little needle case, so this has got the magnet inside, and it's a little needle holder, and it's got that slide top. You know what this reminds me of is, who's the one designer that she sells them, and then you can do a cross stitch thing on them. That's what that reminded me of. She got some cute socks. It says, oh dear, which makes me laugh so hard. I'm gonna wear those in clinic tomorrow. There was 2 Mill Hill kits, and I love Mill Hill kits. And this cute little reindeer. So when I saw the reindeer, I thought, oh, this would be a really cute case for a tatting shuttle. And look, she sent me a tatting shuttle. This one won't fit in, but this is the perfect size for a tatting shuttle. Or I'll hang it on my bed because he is so cute, my little reindeer. A really yummy smelling caramel sugar cone from Scentsy, like a scent thing, which I need because my car stinks because my dogs. Yeah, it's my major mission this week to clean out my car. I haven't cleaned it out in over 6 months. I've done a lot of dirt and that kind of stuff in there. I moved all of my, excuse me. Sorry, I moved all of my hostas and that stuff in the summer, and then was moving other stuff. So I've moved a lot of dirt in there over the last 6 months, and so it's everywhere. Plus, like my one dog's hair. He's a Pomeranian. He sheds like crazy. He sheds like 5 dogs worth. Anyways, okay, and then these awesome scissors, which you can always use scissors, right? Because I'm totally out of scissors. Obviously, I can always use scissors because of the strings. If you go to, I don't think my other one has arrived yet, but the one that I did for, oh my God, it's gonna come to me in a couple minutes. I'm blanking. The one that I did with the one group, she's actually done a video because I sent it to her. She's done a video showing it. So it made it. I don't know about my stocking. What ended up happening is that the person I was sending it to ended up not being able to send it forward. So I don't know if I don't know what's happened there. So, and as we all know, things can happen pretty quick. Okay, so what have I been working on? So I've done that stuff. The last stuff I've done is one, it's so funny. You always have to try to remember to check the stitch count on things, but often when you get a free pattern, oops, I'm gonna just tuck that in here. You don't always get a free stitch count. So or a stitch count with it, right? But I was going to, this is a free pattern shared by Soda Stitch. And it's so funny because she has a set of 5 of these similar that she's selling on her Etsy site. So that's Soda Stitch. I was gonna buy more of them and thought, ooh, there'll be quick stitches. No, they're not quick stitches because this is size 18 thread, or not 18 thread, 18 fabric, and it's this big. So I think if I'd done it on size 14, it would have been significantly bigger. So my point is you gotta watch the stitch count, right? What's the matter, Luck? He's a little upset because I cooked some steak earlier and he doesn't think I shared enough with him. No. A little bit of a baby. So I'm hoping to get that done. If I get, okay, so there's supposed to be, I didn't include it in there's also, I haven't done it yet, but there's also a gingerbread guy. So sorry, hold on. On this side, there's supposed to be a gingerbread man, but I was feeling all rushed and whatever. So if I get this done, then before Christmas, then I'll do this part. I'll do the gingerbread man. But I don't think I am gonna get that done because it's gonna be a busy week. But whatever. The other thing, is, this is a Dimensions kit. It's the Holiday Home. It looks like this. And I started this in the summer and I got a lot done in the summer, and then I've been kind of working on it slowly ever since. So this part felt like it went really fast. I still have to add the chimney, and then I've got the rest of that door, one more window, and this window will be harder because okay, this window will be harder because there's more colors to it. It's like where they kind of look in, you see like there's a tree or whatever, Christmas tree. But so this is not likely to be done for Christmas, but I thought that I would, you're supposed to, there's a space here you put the name on it, so I thought I'd put Frosties, and then that way it becomes a winter thing. I know you can still kind of see the Christmas tree in there, but whatever. Anyways, so it's coming along. And then there's this part left to be done. There's a whole bunch of snow and then snowflakes around here. I know a lot of people complain about the Aida that comes in these packages, these kits, but I'm actually a crunchy Aida fan, so because I would prefer to stitch in hand, and it's easy to do that when it's crunchy. Then the last thing that I kind of started when I was going to, originally I was going to do, I think I've shown this to you, when originally I was going to do the exchange, the second exchange, I had started looking for something to do, and this is a Kathy Haberman pattern. It's a Santa, and I changed the colors a little bit, and the pattern is it's in the Christmas, just cross stitch Christmas CD, and it's by Kathy Haberman, and it's the Santa, and his arms are out like this and his legs are out. He's got little swirlies all over, so he was just really cute. I thought he was cute, but I kind of wasn't enjoying stitching him as much as I thought I would, but I think that's just because I'm kind of getting done with Christmas. So now the thing is, I'm going to work on finishing that, and I don't want to start, I have 2 dimension kits on the go, so I have other dimension kits that I'd like to get started. There's one I gave myself for my birthday, well 2, I gave myself a couple for my birthday, and I was thinking of doing it at the time as a birthday start, but I didn't want to start anything until I thought I would have gotten the stupid holiday house done faster, but I didn't. But the thing I thought that I would do is because I have 4 days off, is I thought I would work on my little dimensions kit. That's the little cow, and I thought I would work on that, so I'm going to take that with me to my cottage when I go on Friday. Because for Christmas I go to my cottage and then I go to my sister's for a couple. Helps if you know which side's up. Side's up. Okay, and that's where we are right now. So we're in the little nose. This is more challenging because you can't quite see, and I don't mark off the pattern. I can't see the pattern if I mark off the stitches. That I can't do. For me, I can't. I have to see everything around there. I need context. So when people mark out the stitches and everything, then all of a sudden I can't see. But I am currently right down in here. Right down in here. So, what I kind of want to do is I'm also somebody that has to go from the middle and work outwards. So I'm going to try to go and work up around here too. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. But I think it's really cute. It's really cute. I haven't done any work on anything else, so in the new year I'm maybe gonna hopefully go back to working a little bit on the Supernatural Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher, because it finished, but I didn't even get the first one done because I did it on 28 count Lugana, and it takes me a lot longer to stitch on Lugana or linen than you know, oh my god, Aida. But at the time I couldn't find the Aida I wanted, so that was fun. The other thing I want to do is, the other thing I did is East Coast Crafter, who is, oh my god, I forgot her name again. I looked it up and I forgot. I can't think of the name of her blog, but on Instagram she's East Coast Crafter. East Coast Crafter. She'd done a flip through of these books from Hirschner's. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna order them. But it took like a month for them to come in, probably because it was coming to Canada. But the one that I really want to do, and it's funny because she totally didn't this wasn't, I don't think this was one of the ones that she thought was, you know, super cool. But this one's the one you can't really see, but there's ghosted letters there, and I think it's kind of meant to be ghosty, but I fell in love with this. So what I thought I would do, keeping in mind that I've already told you that I'm not very fast when it comes to doing Lugana and that stuff, is I was considering, so if I do this on, so that's sample 36, sorry, hold on. And that was done by Vinnie Tan. You know who she is. She does all the you know, the one, like I did the raccoon and everything. What is she? Cottage samplings, whatever. Sorry. But that's the ones, the seasons, you know, the seasonal animal one that everybody's doing. Like I was doing the raccoon, which I guess I might take it with me because it's on hold right now. Anyways, okay, it's enough rambling. All right, so the pattern's on page 36. So here is what I was thinking. Let me just double check something. Okay, so if I do it 28 count, then it's 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. But when I look at this picture, you know what cries out to me is Russian tea cake, 37 count Russian tea cake, which is what I had for the Ann Morrison sale, which I had bought the stuff for and was working away at slowly before my house burned down. And I really thought the color of this really would, like, that looks like Russian tea cake to me. So I thought if I did it on the 37 count Russian tea cake, it'd just be that little bit smaller and cuter. I don't know. But I don't think, like, 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches is a pretty good size and I don't know. So my other thing is that this is done in Gentle Art Sampler and Gentle Art Simply Shaker, which I don't know what that is. But so my problem is that I don't really have access to Gentle Art. And so I have to do a bit of a, I have to figure out a floss, like I have to figure out the floss conversion. And the other thing, the other spoke in the idea of the Russian tea cake is that I don't really like stitching over with one thread. I don't like the way it looks. Like, this looks good and everything, because this is 18 count, it's with one thread. That's my little gnome guy. But I don't really enjoy stitching with one thread. I'm not really sure what I think the difference is. But I don't know. I don't know that I like the way it looks the same. I can't really give you much of an explanation about that, but I don't. So I have to figure that one out. Lots of great things in these books. They're $4.99. $4.99, $5.99. They are a steal of a deal. Lots and lots and lots and lots. Actually, there's one other thing that I thought was super cute, and so when I was going to order the Russian tea cake, I was going to order the paper brown perforated paper because that's my favorite color. But the other thing that I thought, I don't know if it's in this one or the other one, that I really want to make, oh, I think it's in the other one, is, okay, yeah, hold on a second. Okay, there's a couple things. Okay, hold on. Okay. Are these things? So the Santas, that's in the one with the snowman on front. These books are called Cross Stitch Christmas. This one's Festive Favorites. The other one with the wreath was Joyful Tidings. Or this one. This is called Mid. Guess, is that what it's called? Hold on a second. Clearly I prepared, right? Oh, it is Mid-Century Merriment. Okay. I thought maybe it was mid-century. Is this one. Look how cute he is. It's a little kitty cat. And there's this one too, these ones too. But they're not like, they are so cute, these books. There's so much in them. Skates, boots, and shoes. Anyways, so I was really happy with them, and I personally think they were a steal of a deal, like a literal steal of a deal. And that's with I didn't know, oh, that's why. That I was gonna say I didn't notice that one before, but it's not presented very well. That is with I think it came like to $25 with shipping, or I don't know, it was $10 shipping, probably $30. So $30 was shipping for 2 books. So anyways, sorry, I was just looking because there's somebody calling. Huh, all right. So anyways, that's everything. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing. Oh, here's the sled that I bought from the dollar, like the Great Canadian Dollar Store. But you see like $2.50 for this, but the other one's like already done and it's beautiful. This is the Afghan I'm making for my friend's baby. She's now a year old. Hopefully I'll get this to her before she's like 20. And it's just a half double crochet, half double crochet, which in British terms, I don't know what that is. So that's what that is. And I think I have to buy more yarn, but that's fine because it's just a generic yarn, no big deal. But I'm hoping to get that done for her sometime before she turns 2. She just turned 1, so I'm in good shape. So I had been making her one before, but again, burnt down on the house. So anyways, all right, so I don't think I mentioned before where I post my patterns, the tatted patterns. It's at victats.blogspot.com. And the patterns are free, and you just look through the site. I do it the way Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting does because, you know, it's just easier to do it that way. Like it's throughout the blog. When some on the one, if you look at the pages at the top, there's a couple patterns that are on a separate thing, and I stopped doing that because what happens with it goes to Keep and Share. What happens with Keep and Share is unless I want to pay, it only allows people to download so many times, and I don't really want to pay. So anyways, all right, so I'm going to sign off and wish you Merry Christmas and hope that you are having a terrific day. Cheers.